Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Reviews. Today's review on Mandy Freunderbender, one of the, if not the most anticipated release of 2024, at least for me. Of course, the Tach-O-Mint crew chief from Cars 1. Now, fantastic release. She was canceled before, I believe 2017 she was canceled originally. And finally, all these years later, well, 7 years later, I guess, we have gotten her as an actual release. It's just so cool to see it. Now, the unfortunate part, of course, is that she's kind of not hitting the US yet. I had to get this one all the way from Australia. Ordered it on eBay. So not really hitting the US, obviously hitting Australia, but hopefully it comes over to the US eventually, because that case is pretty good. It's got Snot Ride with Flames, who I think is also only in that case, as well as some other pretty cool releases. So yeah, that's the unfortunate part, but it is really, really great to finally have her release. I really love the card art there. Obviously new for 2024. Like the name as well, Mandy Freunderbender. Freunderbender, I guess. Really like that name. One of the more unique names we've gotten in the Cars universe, that's for sure. Of course, look at the back. I think some of these other cars, I think he's in this case. He's definitely in this case. These ones I think are in other cases, but this is a pretty cool release. Really was looking forward to that one. Obviously, got this one on eBay. Might have to get this one on eBay too. Was really looking forward to the Thailand variant of Snot Rod with Flames. But yeah, just a highly anticipated release for me and many other Cars fans. So, just really excited to get this out of the package. Like I said, probably my favorite. I haven't even reviewed it, and I think it's going to be my favorite release of 2024. So, with all that said, enough talking. Let's get Mandy here out of the package. So here is Mandy out of the package, and she does look very nice. So let's get right into the review. I'm really excited to get this car out and take a look at her. So, do like the expression. Nice smiling look there. Pretty nice. Got the eyes there. There's nothing special, but a nice happy face there. Obviously, you've got some the grill there and the headlights. Go to the hood here. Obviously, you've got the Tach-O-Mint logo. Of course, Tach-O-Mint crew chief. This is a slightly different logo. We'll take a look at the comparison to the car, of course, but slightly different Tach-O-Mint logo than what's on the hood of the car. Of course, you've got the green there with the peppermint and the candies. So, pretty nice. Go to the side there. It's covered up a lot by the headset, but of course, the Tach-O-Mint logo there on the side. Same exact Tach-O-Mint logo as on the hood there. But of course, you've got the headset covering a large part of it. Nice rims. Do like the rims. Pretty cool, obviously, gray, but kind of an interesting color of gray. And you can still see some kind of detailing there. Now, of course, you can I think you can tell by the way the coloring is. But this part of Mandy here is metal. This part is plastic, of course. I think they've been doing that for a while. I've got this is the bumper safe crew chief. This is the China version, released all the way back in like 2009. This is also plastic here, this back portion. So they've been doing that for a very long time now. This is not a Thailand thing. Go to the back here. You've got, of course, a license plate that's very, very tiny. Back to a Cars 1. Interesting. 4RBJ8. That is an interesting license plate in the fact that it's not their typical kind of 2 digits or it's like 2 letters and then a birthday kind of license plate, like A0205B or something that they've been doing. Yeah, interesting. Kind of like you throw back to Cars 1 license plates. The bumper safe license plate is actually different. Take a look at that in a second, but interesting. Not sure what that stands for, if it's just random numbers and letters. Obviously, you've got the bed there, just black, nothing special. Actually, taillights as well there. And then you go to this side, you've got Tach-O-Mint. Again, the Tach-O-Mint logo, you can see it better though, of course, the headset not covering it. And the wheels again say rims is on that side, of course. There's the headset, of course, nothing on the roof, no logo or anything, but the headset, typical Cars 1 headset. It's black and gray, of course. Now, Mandy, of course, did not actually appear in Cars 1. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure many of you know, but in Cars 1 in the Motor Speedway of the South scenes, Disney only animated about 20 pit crews. Of course, there's 36 racers, so that means about 16 pit crews didn't get animated. Tach-O-Mint being one of the pit crews that didn't get animated, but of course it's feasible to assume that Greg Candyman, the Tach-O-Mint racer, of course, had a pit crew at the track with him. So it's reasonable to assume that such a pit crew, Mandy exists in real life, and is a character in the Cars universe. Of course, very reasonable to assume that. So we do have her, but she did not actually appear in the movie, so I don't have any pictures of her or anything. So this rendering here is interesting to me because usually they get the renderings from the movie and stuff like that. But this is interesting because Disney obviously rendered the picture of a car here that never appeared in the movie. Kind of interesting, but regardless, let's compare her here to the Bumper Safe crew chief. Of course, they're the same model. I think there are the two crew chiefs with this model. There was an Easy Idol crew chief that was canceled back 2010. That was going to be this model, but right now I think these two are the only crew chiefs that are this model. Of course, Bumper Safe crew chief did get a Thailand release a couple of years ago, 2021 I think, right? But this is the China version, so we'll take a look at the China kind of differences between this and the Thailand and China versions of this car. First things first, the headset is way smaller on Mandy than it is on the Bumper Safe crew chief. That's really interesting. You can see the headset's on different sides as well. It's on her left here, kind of going on her left. The mouthpiece, this is going on his right. I'm not sure if the China version had it switched. And I'm also not sure if the Thailand version, rather, had a smaller kind of headset. So you don't have the Thailand version, just have the China one. But really interesting to know the differences there in the headsets there. Not just the mouthpieces, but also the size. Just like that. Like that's about 3-4 times the size of her headpiece there. Earpiece there. Interesting. Of course, go to the hood. Both have logos on the hoods. The expressions are different. I will say I do like the Bumper Safe expression slightly more, but it is what it is. Obviously, the logos on the sides of both of them. You can see the license plates are different. This is a LB415, and this is 4RBJ8. So you got the rear lights there. These rear lights are slightly more detailed, and these are just red. Also, you can see that the back here is now painted. The bed here, black now, instead of just painted the same color as everything else. So, a little bit of additional detail there. Always nice. But, yeah, I do really like this crew chief model. Probably because it's so unique, as in these two are the only ones with it. Of course, a lot of crew chiefs have the kind of just the regular model, the RPM, no stall, that kind of model. A lot of others, not a lot of others, but a couple others have this model, the kind of Chick Hicks Nitrate model. It's also a pickup truck, but it's kind of larger. Pickup truck here. And I'm pretty sure Octane Gain, right, is the only one that has the kind of the truck, the SUV itself as the crew chief. I'm trying to think off the top of my head all the kind of sets that Mattel did with Nitroid, Bumper Safe, of course, Octane Gain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Octane Gain is the only one that kind of has the kind of SUV as the crew chief. Bumper Safe was the only one that had this kind of model as a crew chief, but now we've got Mandy here with this model as well. So I do think this is my favorite model of the crew chief, although thinking about the Octane Gain model, the SUV is pretty cool as well. But of course, not the only time we've seen this model released. JW here, who's a fan from Cars. One, of course, 2013, I believe, was the first time he was released. Been re-released a couple of times, 2015. And I think Thailand's released him as well. But I believe this is 2015 release. He's also the same model here as the Bumper Safe and Octane Gain, and the Mandy here. Of course, another China casting. Obviously, no headset, but you do have this antenna thing here. Pretty cool rims as well. And you can see this, of course, Bumper Safe is 2010, JW 2015. You can see they transitioned to painting the bed at that point. So this is not Thailand unique. But, yeah, pretty cool. Really don't see much difference between the Thailand and China versions of the casting, to be completely honest with you. Looks pretty standardized to me, which is always nice to have, standardization across the different country manufacturers. Of course, it's not the first time we've gotten a Tach-O-Mint crew member from Thailand. We got Bryn Imager here. Well, actually, I think it was like 2018 or 2019, so quite a bit ago. But of course, did not appear in the movie, but also reasonable to assume that she exists. So there you go. Now here, it's a little interesting, right? Because you can see that Bryn here has white as her base with the kind of orange color on her roof, but even the toolbox here is white. So with her having a white base, you would assume that maybe the Tach-O-Mint crew chief should have a white base as well. And of course, we got prototype images for Mandy here, and she was white. It was a white pickup truck. You had the Tach-O-Mint logos, of course, but the main color was white. And when she gets released, of course, she's got the orange kind of design. You know, I don't know, probably would have looked nicer with Bryn if she was white, you know. But it looks nice this way as well, of course. But the big problem is that Thailand has completely missed the Tach-O-Mint color. He's compared to the China release here. Of course, this is the Chinese Greg Candyman, and you can see he's brown. I mean, the brown is a dark brown, and then Mandy here is orange, but Imager orange. I mean, the color just does not line up whatsoever. I was going to mention the logo as well. I mean, you can see the logo is, first of all, on the car here, the hood logo is slanted. The green, of course, is green, but it's slanted and doesn't have the candy, you know, surrounding it. So usually they just take the logo right off the hood and place it on the kind of pity and stuff. And they kind of did that, or not really. I was going to say they did it, but you can see they have the candy on there as well. But so yeah, they usually just take the logo off the hood of the you know, car and just place it on the crew chief, but not really. Well, I guess they took it from the back here, but whatever. The logo's not the main part. The main part is that the color is a miss, but we could kind of tell that was coming considering Bryn here was also a miss on the color, and she's, you know, white. And the white I understand, but the orange, or supposed to be brown, but Thailand makes it orange for some reason. So I do kind of wonder how she would have looked if she was a brownish or a white brown, you know, and the correct brown. But of course, the design, can't really blame Mattel for that. They didn't really have much to work with. They kind of were left to their own devices, I guess. Disney never provided a blueprint for them. But the color, I do blame Thailand, and this is a Thailand thing. I think of the Thailand Greg Candyman, of course, don't have him, but I do believe the Thailand Greg Candyman is more this color than this color. I don't think he's quite this orange, but he's definitely not as dark brown as this one. So Thailand just missed the color on the Tach-O-Mint, and they've done it, you know, for Transberry Juice, they've missed the color on that one too, and Mike's stock car doesn't really line up with Lee Reffkin's. The Thailand Mike stock car doesn't line up with the Chinese Lee Reffkin's, but they've definitely missed the mark here as well, and the crew chief and the pity don't line up with the Chinese Greg Candyman, unfortunately. But I would be interested to maybe get Thailand Greg Candyman and review it for you all guys and see how he kind of lines up with the rest of the screw. But regardless, that's my bit of complaining done for the video, is that the colors don't quite match up, and you know that this is definitely more of a realistic color. The accurate color is this color here, and not the orange that we have here on Bryn and Mandy. But that was Team Tach-O-Mint as we have it. Very not aligning with the colors, but still nice to have a Team Tach-O-Mint, considering for more than a decade after the movie, we only had Greg Candyman, and then in the last few years, we've gotten the pity and the crew chief. I do call that a win. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have much to say about Mandy. This video's kind of gone on longer than I thought it would have. But like I said, really excited. Even though the color doesn't match up, I really do like this release. Really happy to get another Cars One pick crew member. I love the Cars One pick crew members, especially crew chiefs. So I think it's really cool that we've got Mandy here. Like I said, probably my favorite release of 2024. I think for a lot of people, it'll be high up on their lists as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Mandy. Is she your favorite release of 2024, or at least up there? And if she's not your favorite release of 2024, then let me know what is down in the comments below. But other than that, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.